A lot of us already own a lot of makeup and we don't need to buy a bunch of new stuff to achieve the same looks as other people. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I've been trying to wake myself up for the past like 30 minutes and it's just not working. So if I look like I just woke up, it's because I did. But that's not gonna stop me from filming, so I'm gonna wake up and transform throughout this video. Today we're doing another full face of nothing new, which is a series on my channel where I just pick out products that are not new. This is not focused on reviewing anything, it's just focused on the makeup. And it's also fun because I get to dip back into my makeup collection and use things that have just been sitting there for no reason and I really want to use. Today though, I was heavily inspired by a makeup look on Instagram. This is a makeup look done by Nikki Makeup, who I've talked about several times on my channel. I'm so obsessed with her. Every Sunday she does something called a Sunday tutorial, and this was last week's tutorial and it was so beautiful. I wanted to create a very similar look just using the products that I had. I don't even think I have one exact product from what she used, but that's kind of the point of taking a look and just kind of tweaking it and using the products that you have at home. Here's the look that I am going to be trying to recreate. It's a beautiful amethyst kind of an eye look with just really beautiful skin and a nice nude lip. So let's get into it. I'm actually going to prep the skin really quick, just so that it has time to sit into the skin before we do foundation. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. It's been so long since I've used this. I'm just going to put this all over the face. Oh, it feels so nice. I forgot how nice this was. Okay, so next I'm going to prime the eyes. I've seen Nikki Makeup use this quite a bit. She didn't use this in this tutorial specifically, but she's used it in other videos. This is the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, and I wanted to use it because she uses it a lot. So I wanted to kind of see what it would do for the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to the eyelids. And you'll notice my eyebrows are not done. That's because Nikki never does the eyebrows first, which kind of throws me off personally, but we're just playing with makeup today. I'm going to try new things. You just never know what works for you if you don't try it. So this is very unlike me to do an eyeshadow primer and have no brows on. I'm just blending this out with a brush. And I actually like how this is tinted because it kind of acts like a concealer would. I always apply concealer to the eyelids to cancel anything out, and this has a really nice tint to it, so it kind of does the same thing. I usually set the concealer or primer with powder, but Nikki Makeup never does, and a lot of people don't. So I'm gonna take the risk today. I don't know. I'm just feeling like trying something new, you know? I was hunting through my makeup drawers to find like a good purple color, and I feel like this one is gonna be very similar to the one that she used. This is from the ColourPop and Kathleen Light's Zodiac palette. I really like this palette. And this is called the Sagittarius. And I'm just gonna take this on a more dense brush and tap off the extra. And I'm gonna start to press this onto the lids. Whoa, okay, I actually do already notice a difference from using that primer and not setting it. That is crazy. So I'm just gonna continue to press this onto the lid. I didn't pick up any more eyeshadow. So as there's less purple shadow on the brush, I'm just bringing it inwards. And then I might use just like a clean fluffy brush and I'm gonna kind of blend out the edges. Okay, I kind of changed my mind. I'm taking that same brush and I didn't add any more product on it still, and I'm just continuing to buff and blend that up a little bit higher on the eye and kind of blend it out toward the end of the brow here. All right, I did pick up a little bit more purple and I'm just pressing that more on the lid, and then I am blending that up a little bit more. I'm gonna go back into the clean brush now and see if I can blend that in. In the tutorial that she posted, the purple didn't look perfect because she added more layers on top with other shadows, so I'm not too concerned about it being flawless. I just want to make it look very similar to what she made it look like. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the other eye really quick and try to make it look as similar as this eye as possible. All right, now that both eyes have the purple on it, I did notice that it seemed like she brought in the color a little bit in this inner corner here, so I'm just taking that same clean brush. I didn't dip it into the eyeshadow, but I'm just using whatever's on the eyelid to kind of pull that into this inner corner. And I'm doing the same thing on the outer corners, just making sure that everything is nice and elongated. All right, I think I'm ready to move on to the next eyeshadow. I'm going to go into the L'Oreal Infallible Paints Metallic Eyeshadow. This is a single eyeshadow in the shade Violet Luster, and as I was going through my things, I was like, this looks perfect to create that look. So I'm just going to take this on more of a flat brush and I'm going to start to apply this all over the eyelid, starting out in the center and then kind of blending it out. That actually looks so pretty. I would have never thought to layer this kind of a color over a dark purple, but it seems to really work. and I'm loving that combination. So I'm just doing the same thing on the other eye, using more of a patting motion to really get that foiled effect on the lid. I'm going back in with that brush that we were using to blend the matte purple shade all over the lid, and I'm just going back over and just making sure that everything is nice and buffed in around that shimmer shade. I feel like that really transformed the look by just adding that on top. So Nikki actually left it at just 2 eyeshadows, but I personally wanted to make it my own. So I'm first going to take a little bit of the Kokie Crystal Fusion eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Supernova. I'm going to get some on the back of my hand, just like this, and I'm going to take it on my finger, and I'm just going to start to pat this on the center of the lid, just to create more interest and dimension. That looks so cool. Oh my goodness. Doing the same thing on this eye. Wow, I really love the effect that that gave to the lids. Before I move on, I'm just going to take a tiny bit of the Sagittarius, which was that matte purple, and I'm going to add just a tad bit more to the outer corner of the eye, just so we don't lose that depth that we originally had there. Okay, I'm really liking how this is looking. I'm going to take the Benefit Roller Liner eyeliner. You can use any liquid liner if you're following along with this tutorial. And Nikki always does like a winged liquid liner. Even though I don't personally do liner all the time, I'm gonna do it for this look, you know? All right, that's as good as that's gonna get. I did kind of do things backwards because Nikki actually does the skin first. Like she does foundation first a lot before doing the eyes, but I just didn't know how much fallout there was gonna be, so I didn't do that. Let's continue on. I am going to kind of dust away any of the fallout that's under the eyes, as well as kind of clean up the edges underneath the wing. I'm not going to do that too harshly because she does have the edges pretty smoked out on the lower lash line, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm going to go back into the Smashbox Primerizer, and I'm just going to take some of that and kind of reapply underneath the eye area to make sure everything's nice and hydrated. It's driving me crazy that my brows aren't on right now. Oh, but that's okay. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, I did apply lip balm before coming on camera. This is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, the original one. I'll have it linked down below. I love it. And I actually wear it more in the daytime than I do at night because I love the tint that it gives to the lips, but you can also wear it at night if you want. For foundation, I wanted to use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. I have mine in the shade 117 Y225. It's been so long since I've used this. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna draw a little bit some stripes on the face. That's probably plenty. All right, and then we're gonna take a brush. This is the Tarte Smoothie blending brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of blend that out with the brush first, and then we'll go in with a sponge in a minute. I actually forgot how nice this foundation was. It's blending out so beautifully. I feel like I'm always looking for the next best foundation, and because of that, I buy a lot of foundations. But that's why I love doing these full face of nothing new videos, is because like it reminds you to use what you've got. Like I have a lot of really good foundations. I probably don't need to buy more, you know? So I just added a little more coverage where I felt like I needed it, and then I'm going in and blending it out with my sponge. All right, the foundation seems to be blended out very nicely, so I'm gonna go into the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm using the shade Light 2 Vanilla, and I'm just gonna be applying some of that under the eyes, a little on the center of the forehead, Cupid's bow, and chin. And I'm just gonna blend that out with the same exact sponge. You know what foundation I do wanna try though? Is the new Pat McGrath foundation. When it launched, I put the foundation and the primer and the powder in my Sephora cart, and then, even though my mind said yes, my wallet said no, you know? So I didn't buy it because it was just crazy expensive for a primer, foundation, and a powder. So will I buy it in the future? Maybe, but at this point, like I might just wait for a bunch of people to review it and see what everyone says. And if everyone's like, yes, it's worth every penny, then maybe I'll save up for Christmas. Which I get because it's Pat McGrath, you know, and I recently splurged on one of her eyeshadow palettes that I've been wanting for forever. And I tried it the other day and it's unbelievable. It's so good. But I used a Sephora gift card for that as well. I was waiting for a gift card to be able to buy that. So anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of wait that one out, see what everyone says about it, and then maybe one day I'll pick it up. Who knows? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set the face with the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. I pulled this out yesterday when I was getting ready, and sometimes you really do forget about the classics because there's just so many new launches, and this powder has been in my collection for a long time, and I know so many people swear by it and makeup artists swear by it as well, but sometimes we just forget about what we have, and then it's already really amazing. So I thought I would use it in today's tutorial. I'm just going in and setting the under eye area, and I am doing the complexion differently than how Nikki Makeup usually does it because I just know what works for me. This blemish Oh, I'm having another one of those days. With this blemish right here, it just won't cover up, so we'll try something later to fix that, but for now, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna take a larger brush and set the cheeks. It's seriously driving me crazy that I don't have my brows on, but I'm just trying this out to see how I feel at the end, if my brows look different or what. All right, let's go ahead and go back into the Sagittarius shade. And we're gonna do the lower lash line. I'm taking just a smaller pencil brush. This is the JH38 brush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and run this along the lower lash line really close to the lashes. In the look that she created, she didn't really go too far down with the lower lash line. Most of the focus was on the top lid, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm making sure to connect the shadows on this outer corner here, just so that everything looks nice and cohesive. And I'm actually just gonna take that same brush and go into the L'Oreal single shadow that we were using. And I'm gonna kind of buff this along the inner portion of the lower lash line, just to add a little bit of glow. All right, I'm gonna add mascara. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. I love to use this mascara when I wanna kind of create a false lash effect. Nikki used individual lashes when doing this makeup look, and I just feel like I don't have time for that. Not today at least, so I'm just gonna load up on the mascara, but if you were recreating this, you could add false lashes if you love to wear false lashes, or you could do what I'm doing and just wear mascara. So once I applied the lower lash mascara, I did feel like I needed a little more depth, so I'm gonna do my best to kind of brush the Sagittarius eyeshadow underneath here a little bit more, mainly on the outer corner. Let's move on. She did use a contour palette. I didn't have the contour palette she used, so instead I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette. And I'm going to be mixing these two shades. Actually, I'm going to mix all three. And I'm just going to start to sculpt the face out with these, along the cheeks and along the forehead. I'm just buffing those three shades all over the perimeters of the face, and then also along the jawline and down the neck. All right, let's do the brows now. I just can't take it any longer. I'm gonna go ahead and brush them up with a spoolie, and I'm gonna try to create more feathery brows using the MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint in the shade Spiked. I love this. It's been a while since I've used it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of fill in the brows just using really light hair-like strokes. I'm really trying to make it more like spiky because that's how she does her brows, and I think they look so good on everyone. So we'll see if it looks good on me, but I'm just gonna take the spoolie to kind of brush through and soften everything. I don't like this brow as much as this brow, but you know, I tried. What can you do? By the way, I'm just taking the contour brush and kind of buffing a little bit more of the contour powder onto the face. And for blush, I really wanted to use this right here. She used something that was kind of a mixture between a blush and a highlighter, and I thought this would be perfect. This is the MAC Fairly Precious Extra Dimension Blush. My friend Bonnie actually got this for me. Apparently it's one of her favorite products. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to the cheeks, and it's supposed to kind of highlight and blush at the same time. Ooh, yes. That's working actually very nicely. So I'm just gonna layer this up on the cheeks, and this brush is the Flower Beauty, I think it's the blush brush. It doesn't say. I'm just gonna continue to build this up. That looks really pretty. Look at the highlight that it gives, but it also adds that color to the cheeks. This is really nice. I'm just gonna take what's left on the brush and kind of take it around the brow here, and then a little down the center of the face. All right, and now I'm gonna kind of dab off the extra lip balm, but my lips feel nice and hydrated just from having that on this whole time. I'm gonna go in with the Almay Lip Vibes lipstick in the shade Go Wild, and I'm just gonna apply this all over the lips. And I like to apply it and then kind of blend it in with my finger. I love this lipstick. Nikki used more of like a balm to finish the lips. She actually used like a lip liner and then a tinted lip balm, but I thought I could get the same effect using a lipstick and then putting on a gloss on top. I found this gloss in my collection. This is the Laura Mercier Bare Baby Gloss, and I just want to add that on top just to get that glossy finish. And I'm actually going to take my finger and press the gloss into the lipstick just to make sure it's blending properly. I love that combo. I think it looks very similar to the lip color that she was wearing. And I don't know if she used an inner corner highlight, but I personally can't live without one. So I'm gonna see what this blush looks like in the inner corner. It might be too pink, but let's just see. I'm just gonna pop that in the inner corner and then kind of blend it into the lower lash line. I actually really like that. And I'm gonna take what's left and pop it underneath the brows. I think that looks really cool. All right, let's step back and assess the situation. Of course, I'm gonna add a little bit more of the contour powder because I love to look nice and sculpted and bronzed. And I'm just gonna buff on a little bit more of that highlighting blush. Just a smidge. I always get those brush hairs in my hair. Okay, I'm really happy with this makeup. So let's go ahead and set it. I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray. I still haven't charged my fan and I just feel like I'm not myself without it. We'll make it work. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this. I'll use my hands just to dry that off. And once it's almost dry, I like to take my sponge and just kind of go over everything and press the makeup into the skin. I find that this leaves such a beautiful, natural, dewy finish. All right, now I'm gonna take my hair down. Oh, before we forget, I'm gonna apply the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter, and this is what's gonna really keep that feathery look all day. This brow definitely turned out way better than that brow. Oh well, makeup is all about learning and practicing. With just a little practice, I'll be able to do the left brow the same as this one. But oh my goodness, I love this makeup look, you guys. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. It is so fun to learn from other makeup artists and to incorporate it into your own makeup look. For me personally, I feel like I can never stop learning, and it's so fun to just take a day if you've got time and just kind of play around and play with new techniques and play with new colors and reach into the makeup that you already own and just see what kind of looks you can create with it, because a lot of us already own a lot of makeup and we don't need to buy a bunch of new stuff to achieve the same looks as other people. I didn't use one same product that Nikki used, but I was able to recreate the look. I hope you guys feel inspired to just like play with makeup. That's the best thing about makeup, and that's why I do what I do. Makeup brings me so much joy and it's so therapeutic for me, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I love filming full face of nothing new videos, and I'm obsessed with how this makeup turned out. It's so glowy and fresh and beautiful, and the amethyst eye is something that I personally wouldn't have ever thought I would be able to pull off, but I absolutely love it, and I feel like it's really nice and soft. So yeah, I just love this look. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays when I upload, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. Also, if you guys want to, I will have Nikki Makeup's Instagram page linked down below. You definitely should give her a follow. I am so inspired by her. She's one of my favorite artists on Instagram, so if you're not following her yet, I will have her stuff linked down below. You really should follow her because she creates amazing looks, and I always look forward to her Sunday tutorials on her stories. So that's it for today's video. I love you all so much. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!